Hello and welcome to another video tutorial. My name is Kelly Rose. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'll be using Healing Hugs and Poinsettia Petals today for this one sheet wonder. So I'll be stamping an entire sheet of 8.5 by 11 inch Whisper White paper. If you haven't ever stepped on Stampin' Up's Whisper White paper, you really should try it because it is divine. I'm using Real Red ink with the Healing Hugs stamp set. And now I'm coming in with Sahara sand, or was that crumb cake? Anyway, I will have the details listed below the video and also on my blog post. So I'm using the Very Versailles script stamp and stamping randomly all over, just kind of give this some texture and depth. And now with the Poinsettia Petals, I'm going to be using the holly leaves and just stamping and then turning and stamping again, so I get a second generation of color. And just kind of tucking this around in between the roses there. And then the smaller leaf on the other side. I'm coming in with the leaf centers in garden green as well. I was trying to tuck the big one into the little one and realized my mistake. So now the leaf center for the smaller leaf. Those are so pretty, aren't they? So now I'm coming in with the shaded spruce, because if you look at a Christmas arrangement, the greens are not all the same color. So you want to make sure that you're getting some variation of green when you're doing this kind of filled in type stamping. And varying degrees of, yellow in the green and blue in the green. And so these spruce leaves, I thought, needed a little more blue. So that's why I chose this shaded spruce. Now I'm coming in with the berries from the Poinsettia Petals and using that neutral tone, which I think look really good on their own. I do come back in a moment and fill in the berries with Real Red, but I think that's really pretty in that kind of neutrally color. And if I do another one of these, I think I might try to leave them in that neutral color. So if you create anything that I have inspired you to create, I would love for you to join the Rosie Scrapper Stampers group and post your creations over there so that everybody can ooh and ah. The link will be below the video. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you thought that this was pretty or you received some good information. Now, snapshot right there, I really like the way this turned out. Now, what I didn't show you was that I stamped with the eucalyptus leaf with balmy blue in some areas. I looked up Christmas floral arrangements before I started and saw that there was a lot of eucalyptus leaves used. So I'm coming back in with the very dainty leaf from Framed for You stamp set. And I'm using the garden green again and kind of filling in the arrangement. I must say that I kind of liked the way this looked before I added the eucalyptus leaves. And I might try an individual card just kind of stopping at that point a little later. So be on the lookout for that. So with the soft suede, took me a second to remember what color that was. Soft suede, I'm coming in with some pine cones. So it's really starting to look Christmassy. So the cards that I made with this one sheet wonder will be on my blog. I am not going to complete the cards on this video, but if you click on over to my blog, you can see the cards that I made with this. So that is the smallest flower from the Framed for You stamp set, being stamped in petal pink, and notice that it's just kind of adding some depth to the paper, giving it kind of a more rich look. And I'm coming in and using up that ink on the pine cones. to kind of fill in the spaces. And now I'm going to use the little berries, little flower centers, I think is what they are, in real red. And again, just kind of randomly stamping, filling in some of the spaces. And I realized that I had been stamping with that photopolymer stamp set without my foam. So I wanted to use the foam for those little berries because otherwise they can be hard to get a consistent image without the foam. So one of my favorite stampers is Ruth Trice of Artful Stampin', and I caught her on a live just a few moments after I made this, and she was making a Christmas paper too. She had used Beautiful Friendship, which I had thought of doing, but I'm addicted to this rose from Healing Hugs right now. So I'm using the speckles from the Forever Fern. Those eucalyptus leaves are also from Forever Fern, and I'm just adding some of those